Welcome to Digital Drilling. Let's update the new trends in the technology. And also, I hope that new technologies, smart skills, and trust are the top priorities for the upcoming years expected by the corporate world. And in today's section, we are going to see three different services which is provided by the cloud computing. So the three services are infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. With the increased popularity of cloud computing and the service, the business across the whole globe are moving away from the traditional on-premises services, and they have come on really on the cloud-based services. So this cloud-based services has transformed how the business have to work, allowing the IT infrastructure platform as well as the software and the application via the internet and online hotspots. So here these three different services are the mandatory one, and the business peoples must be aware of this as these things are full and full of internet sort of things. And this platform as a service, as well as infrastructure as a service, as well as the software as a service, these three services gives you different views in the cloud computing. Not so long ago, most of the companies in the IT systems were on premises, and clouds were just fully of skies up. So now everyone can utilize the cloud platform for nearly all the systems as well as the processors. And here, software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service presents you more modern with different ways to describe how you can use the cloud platforms in the internet things. So let us have a deep view over these three different services. So let us have a deep dive over first about IaaS, which means infrastructure as a service. This infrastructure as a service mainly works for pay as you go, which means that how much you are using the resources you are going to pay for it, such as storage and networking and virtualization. So how much you are using the resources, you are going to pay for it. For example, some of the popular IaaS providers are Magneto, Microsoft Azure, Digital Ocean, Rackspace, AWS, EZ2, and Google Cloud Engine. And secondly, we can move to platform as a service. This platform as a service mainly focuses on the hardware and the software tools available over the internet. And also some of the PaaS providers are Google App Engine, OpenShift, Apache, Heroku, AWS again. And some of the software as a service platform providers involve softwares that is available via the third party over the internet, which means like some of the providers are Dropbox, Zendex, Slack, and many more. And if we want to have a deeper overview, let us have each and everything with a deeper overview. So let us start from the infrastructure as a service. So talking about infrastructure as a service, the cloud infrastructure service provides you the end user with the cloud based alternative to on premises, which means that physical infrastructure allowing the business to purchase the resources on demand instead of more costly when you need and having to buy and manage the hardware. And talking about some of the characteristic of this infrastructure as a service, here it is more scalable and offers the business grade flexible and on-premises solution throughout the cloud. So IaaS cloud servers are very typical offers to the business over the internet, where through a distro over the API ensures user having complete control over their computing infrastructure. So IaaS platforms are highly flexible, cost effective, and it helps us multiple users for easy accessibility. So talking about some of the pros and cons, so the main pros is that the maintenance is very easy in IaaS, and IaaS can buy like what you need as you need, and you can pay only what are the resources you are using over it. And one of the main con, that means the disadvantage of IaaS is talking about the security based. Here the security based is little bit not up to date, security threats are there, and internal trainings with new systems must with the lack of familiarity and with the encrypting, business should prepare the additional trainings and resources over there. And even talking about the legacy system, before a full migration, the cloud is completed. Any legacy technologies and applications should be reviewed and compatible it. So the next question arises is, so when we can use this infrastructure as a service? So for a business people, it is more beneficial in all shapes and sizes. It allows you to control over your infrastructure and operates pay as you use model, which is very much fit into your budget. So talking about platform as a service, it going to be provide you the developers with the frameworks, softwares, and the tools needed to build some applications and softwares. Some of the characteristics of this platform as a service, it is more comparable to your software as a service. And also this platform as a service provides the platform for software developers to create, allowing them to concrete on the software itself instead of the external issues. So it is easy to run, build. The virtualization technology is easy here, accessible for multiple users. And one of the main advantage here is that developers who are building over the software as a service gives very primary importance to PaaS. Why? Because it's very easy and reliable too. And one of the disadvantage is that it has its data security, where third party servers we need to depend on it, and runtime it takes a little bit higher time for with the optimizations. And also integrations, talking about the integrations with PaaS, you must encounter the challenges where integrating a new application over here. And the next question comes into the mind is when to use this PaaS. As often it is more cost effective and time effective way for the developers to create a unique collection over it. And the last one is software as a service. So as software as a service, here the cloud application service is most commonly used service with the cloud market. And the main characteristic of the software as a service is that they deliver through the internet as a full functional services available over there. So the main characteristics are like it is more scalable, inclusive, very secure, compliances less compliances, maintenance is easy. So lot more we can tell. And some of the advantages of SaaS is that you don't need to install or run any of the software application on your PC, just you need to have the internet connections, that's it. Another key advantage is payment structure is very very easy for us. And one of the drawback is that interoperability, which means that this interoperability is the integrations with the existing application and the services can concern with many SaaS applications and also not designed for the open integrations. Lack of control is there over the source when comparing to others. So the next question come into our mind, when we can use this software as a service. Yes, if you want an application to run smoothly and reliably, and there is no doubt, you can use this software as a service with minimal input. And for email servers and automated everything, you can use this software as a service. And finally we can conclude this infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service with ultimately that these services provides you the minimal flexibility in infrastructure as a service, and platform as a service offers you to build the top of the infrastructure as a service platform to reduce the need for the system administration, and software as a service offers you ready to use out of box solutions that meet a particular business parties. So these are some of the ideas which you can choose according to your wish in the cloud platform as per the business requirement. So that's it. So in next session we can see about different trending technologies. Thank you guys.